it by Zoom. All right, what should the Steelers do about quarterback next year with Ben Roethlisberger likely gone?
This one's easy for me. Coach Tomlin's pumping his fist. If I'm Mike Tomlin, Kevin Colbert, the Rooney family, I am simply not getting off the phone with the Green Bay Packers in the offseason. Guys, could you imagine Aaron Rodgers with that defense in Pittsburgh? They have playmakers at all three levels. He comes in, they could fix the offense. And the only thing I'm saying to Aaron Rodgers is Tom Brady had that Tampa Bay defense. They won a championship. Our defense is as good as Tampa Bay. We could go win a world championship this year in Pittsburgh with you as a Steeler.
Pittsburgh not out of it yet for this year, but they have to be keeping an eye on the future with Roethlisberger likely gone. So, Domonique, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh?
I think Mike's pitch was okay, except he just glossed over the most important part. He said, we can fix the offense. Like, no, you can't. The offensive line is not good. Aaron Rodgers has become accustomed to sitting behind one of the better offensive lines in the league and throwing to one of the best receivers in the league. Yes, the Steelers have some good receivers, but they don't have anybody like Davante Adams, and you can't get it to Davante Adams if you are under pressure, under siege every single play, and your selling point to the quarterback is how good the defense is. I know how important defense is, but I also know that quarterback don't want to hear that. You want to hear that you're going to protect me, you're not going to get me massacred, which is what's going to happen to him. He goes and plays there.
Nick, as one of the former leaders of the NFLPA, you know all about free agency. That's what Davante Adams is. So he's going to Pittsburgh as well. And when you think about what else they have to do, they could fix the offensive line. They moved on from three guys in the offseason, Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. The reps that those young offensive linemen got this year is an investment in the future for Aaron Rodgers. They'll be better in 2022. Jeff, you know about the offensive line developmental from a developmental
Don't fall
standpoint.
for it, Jeff. Don't fall for it. He's selling them reps.
Overnight.
It was reps. I know he's talking in my good ear. I know he's trying to get me in. Listen, the offensive line coach for Pittsburgh just left to go to college. So he looked at me and was like, I can't do it either. I'm heading on to go recruit some young kid. Well, I'd be scared to death if I'm Aaron Rodgers trying to run up in Pittsburgh, bro. Hey, I'm 38 years old. My toe hurts. I can't go in that cold weather, be running around with all these young men. Nah, bro. I'm looking for that good offensive line. Ain't no way I'm heading to Pittsburgh.
Jeff, were you drafted?
No, absolutely.
Oh, wait, you can find offensive linemen anywhere.
Oh, wow.
We're not going there.
Don't jump over the table on him, Jeff. Hold it.
They chain me down. You see how I act when I'm up in or sat them down? They chain me down.
That is not where this conversation needs to head on a Tuesday morning. Swagoo, save us. What do you got about Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh? You like it? Come on, help us out.
I hate it.
Oh, come on, Swagoo.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna make any team better, but the Pittsburgh. Aaron to leave Green Bay and go to the Steelers would be, to me, just changing clothes a different color, same brand, right? When you look at this entire situation, we love Tomlin. We know what Ben is going through. We know that they have weapons in Pittsburgh. I just don't think that's the type of vibe that Aaron would be looking for if he left Green Bay. I think it would be all too familiar. Cold weather, dealing with the AFC. Remember this too, like Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow going to be in that division for a long time also. So it's a little more difficult path than he's had in his division. I would want Chicago every year to beat them twice. I would want Minnesota when they don't know who they are acting self. Like that's a great division. And the Lions, like what? Yeah. Sign me up for that. Don't sign me up for Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson the rest of the way and whoever the Pittsburgh Steelers decide to get as the quarterback. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, Mike T.
They don't like
and
your
Mike
idea,
T,
Mike.
let me get my boy Jeff Saturday back. Jeff wasn't drafted, but Jeff probably gonna get into that Hall of Fame. So all y'all GMs and aficionados didn't know what the hell y'all was doing.
I'm gonna be so drunk at your party, Jeff.
It's a bunch of GMs that didn't draft.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. He had an opportunity. It goes to show his credibility and record. That's what I was going to say.
Well, we got the playoff games.
And listen, he had many times from the first round on. I had many opportunities, 250 plus opportunities.
Getting a little dicey here. I would like to bring the conversation back to what we were talking about, if I could. Domonique Foxworth, if it's not Pittsburgh, where should Aaron Rodgers go and play next year?
I mean, if he could
We
pick
love you, Mike.
anywhere, I think that San Francisco would be the best place because that offensive line is going to protect them. There's plenty of weapons. And I also think that they have some reasonable trade options. Like they can send Jimmy G and Trey Lance, the quarterback of the present and the quarterback of the future, out to Green Bay, and they could continue to make a run or try to make a run with Jimmy Garoppolo and hopefully find that successor. So I think it's a perfect situation for both teams, but a scary situation for everyone else in the NFC.
What do you think, Jeff?
I say stay in Green Bay, man. Like, listen, I do like San Francisco to a degree, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers, man, I'm staying in Green Bay. Everything is set up for you. You have a young play caller that you built chemistry with. You got a great offensive line who's only going to get healthier. Bakhtiari is going to come back. Jenkins will come back. They've done a good job of putting that. You have a two-headed monster in the running backs now. And I mean, look at this whole football team. The defense has gotten better. I would definitely stay in Green Bay. And then give them the name the practice center after you. You know, the Don Hudson is now the Aaron Rodgers. Go practice in your named building and make everything kumbaya and dress up for Halloween. The whole thing, man. You got it all down, bro. Just stay there.
I don't remember him saying that in his press conference.
Oh,
about
no, it
everything
wasn't there.
He didn't like about Green Bay.
Maybe they'll have it on the McAfee show
Maybe
today.
it's
We'll see it. We'll see it.
Outtakes or whatever. Swagoo, where should he go?
Oh, so now they do have enough weapons in Green Bay. Oh, I
They
got
always
it.
did.
Oh, they cut off his mic.
Williams, the best left tackle in football. And could you imagine Aaron Rodgers running Kyle Shanahan offense? Like, think about this. Think about this for a second. Most of the time, those guys are wide ass open anyway for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
Not to mention Aaron Rodgers is probably the best tight window thrower in the NFL. So when you look at this offense, coupled with what Deebo Samuel can do, with Kittle, Aaron Rodgers and Kittle together on offense with Kyle Shanahan calling plays, dog, Aaron Rodgers might throw 50 touchdowns and no pick.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.